15 incredible geography facts about the USA. Now, I'm very excited for this video. If you guys are excited, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to come check me out on Twitch. We react to these videos live together. Now, let's dive straight into this video.
Know just how weird and fascinating US geography is. If you want to wow your friends and acquaintances at the next party you go to, here are 15 incredible facts you need to know about geography of the United States.
Okay, this is going to be very handy for me. A lot of New Zealanders don't know the geography of America, so perfect for me.
Start with the state that's both the easternmost and westernmost state in the US.
Okay.
We're talking about Alaska. This fascinating geographic quirk
I was thinking maybe Washington, maybe California. Forgot about Alaska.
comes from the fact that the Aleutian Islands, a very long chain of volcanic islands extending from Alaska into the Pacific Ocean, crosses the 180th meridian, the imaginary line that separates the western and eastern hemispheres. Because some of the islands lie west of this line, Alaska is both in the western and eastern hemispheres, making it technically the easternmost U.S. state. This is an odd distinction, as we typically associate the easternmost points of the U.S. with places like Maine, but geographically, Alaska holds the title for both. Since we're already talking about the eastern seaboard, which state do you think is closest to Africa? It might seem surprising, but Maine is geographically closer to Africa than Florida. Specifically, the distance from Quoddy Head, Maine, the easternmost point of the United States, to El Bedouza, Morocco, is roughly 3,154 miles. In contrast, the distance from Miami, Florida, to the same point in Morocco is about 4,025 miles, making Maine closer by about 800 miles. This surprising fact is due to the curvature of the Earth and the positioning of the continents. While Florida sits much farther south and is closer to the equator, which runs through the heart of Africa, Maine's location is much farther east, and Africa extends much farther north than many people realize. This geographic quirk highlights the often unexpected results
I gotta go back there. Africa's pretty big. South America's pretty big. America is big. Holy cow, massive. Well, those are continents. America is a country.
People realize. This geographic quirk highlights the often unexpected results of global geography, where straight lines on maps don't always tell the full story due to Earth's spherical shape. It's a fascinating reminder of how the Earth's geometry can make certain locations appear closer than we might expect, based purely on latitude.
The East has so many more people.
The population distribution of the United States is strikingly uneven. If we were to draw a line just west of San Antonio, Texas, about 80% of the country's population would live east of it, while only 20% resides to the west. This divide reflects both historical patterns and geographic factors. The western side of the country includes major urban centers like New York, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., areas that have been developed and densely populated since the colonial era. In contrast, the western U.S., despite containing large cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco, is more sparsely populated, largely due to vast stretches of desert, mountains, and wilderness. The West's harsh and rugged landscapes, such as the Rocky Mountains and deserts of the Southwest, have historically made large-scale settlement difficult. Even today, much of the land west of San Antonio consists of national parks, forests, and protected areas, contributing to the population imbalance. And one of the best examples of these sparsely populated western states is Wyoming.
Gotcha. Dominated
Wyoming
by cattle.
is, of course, known for its vast open spaces and rugged landscapes.
Beautiful.
But perhaps most
Wyoming is beautiful.
notably, it's known for its extremely low population. In fact, Wyoming's population is so low that it actually has more cattle than people, with a population of just over...
That is pretty cool. More cattle than people. I think here in New Zealand, there's like 3 sheep to every person. We have so many sheep here in New Zealand, it's not even funny. You just drive, and there's just sheep everywhere.
Over 580,000, it ranks as the least populous state in the U.S. Meanwhile, the state's agricultural industry is dominated by cattle ranching, with roughly twice as many cows as people. Cattle grazing plays a significant role in the state's economy, with beef being one of Wyoming's key exports. This reflects the broader trend in many western states, where large stretches of land are devoted to ranching and population densities remain very low.
The longest international border.
Stretching approximately 5,525 miles, the longest international border in the world is between the United States and Canada. This immense boundary runs from the Atlantic Ocean in the east to the Pacific in the west, crossing diverse landscapes such as the Great Lakes, prairies, forests, and mountains. It also
Wow.
includes the border between Alaska and Canada, which alone spans over 1,500 miles. Despite
Gotcha.
its length, the US-Canada border is known for being relatively peaceful and unfortified, in stark contrast to many other international boundaries.
Yeah.
Both countries maintain a healthy relationship, and their shared border
Gotcha. Well,
facility.
that makes sense. I mean, Canadians have their own country. I don't know what's happening in Canada or what's happening in Mexico, but I could only imagine a lot of Mexicans want to be in the US. I'm not saying Canadians don't, but I mean, when your country's okay and doing pretty well, I guess there's, not that need to try and get in there, if you know what I mean.
Facilitates extensive trade and cultural exchange. Additionally, the two countries have various agreements to manage their border, including
Gotcha.
the Great Lakes St. Lawrence River Basin Sustainable
That is
Water
so
Resources
beautiful.
Agreement, as
Wow.
well as various partnerships for national parks that straddle the boundary.
Gotcha. The Great Lakes have more water than you know.
Speaking of
Okay.
the Great Lakes, Lake Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario are a global freshwater treasure, holding about
Wow.
21% of all surface freshwater on Earth.
Wow.
These 5 interconnected lakes contain over 6 quadrillion gallons of water, providing drinking water for over 40 million people.
6 quadrillion. What is that word? Have I even heard that word before? So you got million, billion, trillion. I'm guessing the next one has to be quadrillion.
In the US and Canada. Formed by retreating
Crazy.
glaciers at the end of the last ice age, the Great Lakes span more than 94,000 square miles and are vital to
Wow.
North America's ecology and economy. Together, they support a vast array of fish and wildlife and serve as important trade routes, with shipping channels connecting the heartland of North America to the Atlantic in both the east and south. Today,
Wow.
the Great Lakes water is protected by the Great Lakes Compact, a legally binding interstate agreement between Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and the Canadian provinces of Ontario and Quebec.
Colorado's border aren't
Now
straight
let's take a look
lines.
at Colorado. This state is known for its rectangular shape, but its
Gotcha.
real borders are not as straight as they appear on maps. When
Okay.
Colorado was created in 1876, its borders were meant to follow specific lines of latitude and longitude. However,
Gotcha.
the tools used for surveying in the 19th century were not as precise as modern GPS technology, leading to slight inaccuracies. Over time, as more accurate surveys have been conducted, minor corrections have been made to the state's boundaries. These changes are mostly imperceptible to the average person, but demonstrate how geography and human technology can influence the way we define political borders. The same phenomenon can be found in other states with supposedly straight borders.
Gotcha.
Surprisingly, the largest rainforest in the United States isn't located in Hawaii or Florida, but in Alaska. The Tongass National Forest, covering over 16.7 million acres, is the
Gotcha.
largest national forest in the country and is
Wow.
also a temperate rainforest. Located
Wow.
in southeast Alaska, it forms part of the Pacific Temperate Rainforest,
Whoa.
the largest remaining temperate rainforest in the world. The Tongass is characterized by its dense old-growth forests of
Look at
Sitka
that.
spruce, western hemlock, and red cedar, along with a rich array of wildlife, including
Oh.
bears, wolves, and salmon. The forest plays
keep
a
that
crucial
bears.
role in local ecosystems, supporting biodiversity and regulating the climate by absorbing carbon dioxide. It's
Every video that I've watched of Alaska makes me want to go, holy cow, like Alaska is definitely a place I'd want to live. But then I know on the flip side of that, the harsh weathers or how cold it gets in Alaska, I'm going, yeah, would I be able to handle it? That's the problem. But look how beautiful it is.
It's also a vital resource for
Just
the
gorgeous.
indigenous communities who have lived in the region for thousands of years.
Okay.
However, as with other rainforests, the Tongass is threatened by logging and climate change,
Gotcha.
sparking debates about conservation efforts. In California, Mount Whitney and Death Valley are only 85 miles apart, yet they
Gotcha.
represent two of the most extreme points in the contiguous United States. Mount Whitney, standing at 14,505 feet, is the tallest mountain in the lower 48 states, while Badwater
okay.
Basin in Death Valley, at 282 feet below sea level,
Wow.
is the lowest point. This proximity between such extreme elevations is a result of the unique tectonic and erosional forces that shape California's landscape. Death Valley's
Gotcha.
basin formed due to the stretching and thinning of the Earth's crust.
I don't think you guys realize this. I got to stop it there. Look at that road, how long it goes and how far you can see it. Here in New Zealand, that's probably why. That's actually probably why that blows my mind every time. And I have to stop it. I have to stop it. Here in New Zealand, you will never ever see a road that long. That long. You just don't see that. And I swear in America, you guys have these everywhere. And I don't know if here in New Zealand we've got a lot of curvy roads. I mean, there's a lot of mountains that we carve into, canyons, creeks. Like it's just we don't really have an open road from like in the middle of the North Island where it's just go, 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 go. Where it seems because America's so big and large, it's just yeah, that's amazing.
While Mount Whitney rose from tectonic collisions. Together,
Okay.
they highlight the dramatic geologic diversity of the state.
Gotcha. The Mississippi River Basin is incredibly
The Mississippi
large.
River Basin is one of the largest drainage systems in the world, covering 1.2 million square miles and draining water from 41% of the United States. The basin
Wow.
spans 31 states and includes major rivers like the Missouri and Ohio, all flowing into the Mississippi River before emptying into the Gulf of Mexico.
And the Missouri River is the longest river in America. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me.
This vast watershed is essential for agriculture,
Because I always thought it was Mississippi.
transportation, and freshwater resources in the U.S. The Mississippi River alone is about 2,340 miles long, making it the second longest river in the country, behind the Missouri River,
Yes.
a tributary of the Mississippi. The river basin supports a variety of ecosystems,
Okay.
from wetlands and forests to prairies and mountains, and is home to
Yeah,
millions
that's actually
of
a
people
very good
and
point. Let me go back there. That was literally like by what? By 1 mile? Is that by 1 mile or is that just going from that point there where it connects? It's literally 1 mile. Oh no, it says that, yes, by just 1 mile.
a
Wow.
tributary of the Mississippi. The
Crazy.
river basin supports a variety of ecosystems, from wetlands and forests to prairies and mountains, and is home to millions of people and
That'd be funny if the people that actually measured it got it wrong. Got it actually wrong. I mean, within a mile. That's crazy. That's such a tight margin.
countless species of wildlife.
Mm.
However, the river system is also prone to flooding and
Gotcha.
faces significant environmental issues such as pollution from agricultural runoff. Once
Gotcha.
these nutrients, vital for farming, end up in the Gulf, they feed
Yeah.
algae, which chokes off any other marine life present. But the size of the
Gotcha.
Mississippi is not even the most interesting fact about this famous river.
It's a big river, man. Holy cow. And sometimes the Mississippi
In
flows
1811 and
backwards.
1812, a series of massive earthquakes in the central United States caused the Mississippi River to flow backward temporarily. The New
Wow.
Madrid earthquakes, as they became known, were so powerful that they caused ground subsidence, which forced the river to reverse its course in some places. The shaking caused waterfalls to form in certain stretches of the river, and eyewitnesses reported seeing water moving upstream. This
No
event is one of
way.
the most remarkable in U.S. geologic history and demonstrates the power of tectonic forces even far away from active fault lines. Today, seismic activity in the New Madrid seismic
I have no clue how earthquakes work and how that could have come about, but my guess is tectonic plates moved it up one part of the river, and so that water that the water couldn't get up. Maybe it started. I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't have a clue.
seismic zone still poses a risk to the region.
Graveyard.
The Graveyard of the Pacific is a treacherous stretch of coastline along the Pacific Northwest, particularly the waters around the Columbia River Bar, where more than 2,000 ships have met their fates.
Yes, I've
This
heard of it.
notorious area stretches from Oregon's coast to Vancouver Island, British Columbia, and is infamous for its dangerous weather conditions, strong currents, and shifting sandbars. In fact, the Columbia Bar is one of the most hazardous river entrances in the world. Where the powerful Columbia River meets the Pacific Ocean, extreme waves and shifting sand create perilous conditions that have claimed countless ships. This
Gotcha.
hazardous area has been a threat to ship captains for centuries as stormy weather, dense fog, and sudden changes in water depth frequently cause vessels to run aground, capsize, or collide with hidden obstacles. Efforts to mitigate these dangers have included the construction of lighthouses, jetties, and a highly skilled team of Columbia Bar pilots who help guide ships safely across the
Check
bar.
out that
Despite these
bridge.
measures, the region's volatile nature continues to make it a dangerous area for navigation, maintaining its reputation as the Graveyard of the Pacific.
Wow. The longest cave system in the world.
Kentucky's Mammoth Cave National Park is home to the longest cave system in the
Ooh.
world, with over 400 miles of
Ooh.
explored passages
That's somewhere I'd like to visit.
and potentially many more yet to be discovered.
Okay.
Mammoth Cave has a rich history, with indigenous peoples using the caves thousands of years ago and modern explorers continuing to map its vast network of tunnels. The
Okay.
cave system is formed from limestone and shaped by the slow action of groundwater eroding the rock over millions of years.
Wow.
It contains a diverse array of subterranean ecosystems, including unique species of fish and bats. The cave's
Gotcha.
size and complexity make it a marvel of natural geology.
America's largest desert is growing.
Did you know the US is home to both hot and cold deserts? Unlike the hot deserts of the American Southwest, the Great Basin, located in Nevada and Utah, experiences cold winters, often with snowfall. However, as temperatures rise and precipitation patterns vary due to climate change, the desert's boundaries are slowly extending.
Wow.
This expansion impacts local ecosystems, water resources, and agriculture. The Great Basin is already one of the driest areas in North America, and its
Gotcha.
growth highlights the broader environmental challenges of a warming planet.
But Hawaii is also literally
Hawaii, specifically the
growing?
Big Island, is the only US state that's physically growing. This is due to the ongoing volcanic activity of Kilauea, one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. When
Okay.
lava from Kilauea flows into the
Whoa, look at that. That's lava there, guys. Going straight into the ocean.
ocean, it cools
Wow.
and solidifies, adding new land to the island's coastline. Over the past few decades, Kilauea has continuously erupted, increasing the
Wow.
island's size by hundreds of acres. The volcanic activity also shapes Hawaii's landscapes, from black sand beaches to towering lava cliffs. While the
Wow.
eruptions can be destructive to human settlements, they are also responsible for creating the fertile, lush landscapes that make Hawaii so unique.
Wow, that's
There's
actually
many
really
more
cool.
fascinating geographic facts about the United
Guys, that was actually really, really cool. You guys live in a very, very, like, the things that go on with, how do I explain this? You guys live in a country that has so much rich geography, and it just blows my mind. Things are just evolving. Are you serious? Hawaii is growing? It's getting bigger? That's crazy. That's crazy. Very, very interesting video there. I learned a lot. I love learning more about America. I heard about maybe 2 to 3 of those, but all the rest of them, all the other 12, I've never heard of. Very, very interesting facts. America has a lot, has a lot going on and has a lot of rich history and geography. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to come check me out on Twitch. We go live Monday to Thursday. You can come react to videos with me live and have a damn good time. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go.